Well, here we go again, as Nigel and Nella revisit cultural appropriation again, like they did last night, with Nigel approaching Nella saying, look, I'm not quite sure where I've gone wrong here, and Nella trying to explain things to him. It gets rather confusing. In fact, even I got a bit confused. What I did find interesting is Nella says similar things to Nigel that she said to Fred. Did you notice that? Have a look.
Appropriation yesterday.
No, I was concerned about it.
You kind of made a joke of it.
No, what I said was, if I'm filmed, right, saying Dewata, I'm going to get hell because I'll be accused of cultural appropriation.
It's a song.
Do you think that's okay in a song?
Of course. We're in the jungle making music out of boredom. How does that get you any sort of backlash?
Because anyone that does an accent in a different race.
It was the costume reference. It's what you said of like, oh, if I was to dress up in a certain costume, then I'd get the backlash for it. He was basically trying to imply that we can say and do whatever we want and not get backlash, but when you do it, you get backlash. That's what I interpreted.
What I said was, what if I turn up as a Mexican at a fancy dress party? Does that get me? I don't know what the rules are.
That's fine, but I don't know. I think I saw a different side to you that I didn't really appreciate.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't have to.
Cool, like I don't have an issue with you because, like I said to you a couple of days ago, you're always going to have your opinions, and I'm always going to have my opinions, and we can agree to disagree, but let's just not be like the best of buds because clearly we're just from two different sides of the world, and you will never understand my issues and struggles.
Well, there's an age thing too.
Yeah, how is this an age thing?
I think cultural appropriation didn't exist 30 years ago. Wasn't even a concept. No one talked about it. People were, hey, Prince Harry went to a fancy dress party dressed in a Nazi uniform. When he was 15, 16? Now, he got a lot of stick for it, and that did lead to quite a big debate.
Because it was wrong.
But all I'm saying is if I say Dewata, I'm just worried about it, that's all.
That's fine. You're kind of... I don't like talking to you, Nigel, because I will try and say one thing and then you'll flip it into something else.
I haven't flipped anything.
That's fine.
I haven't flipped.
That's absolutely fine.
I haven't flipped
You've tried to basically say that my whole issue with you is you saying the water. You have your perspectives and you have a way that you carry out your life. I have my perspectives and I have a way that I carry out my life. I do not have an issue with you. I do not have any ill feelings towards you. I just don't feel like we should be buddies. That's it.
All right. But I wanted to know what it was.
Yeah, but now you know.
I didn't have a clue.
That's cool. There's no problem. It just made me feel uneasy, and I'm just like, you know what? I'd rather not engage with somebody that has those kind of thoughts.
But you think a song's okay?
I think the song is absolutely amazing.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. I thought I might get a lot of abuse. That was all.
No worries.
You see what I mean? They were almost verbatim, same words there from Nella saying, we can't be friends. Let's just be nice to each other, but we're not friends. We can't be buddies, etc., etc. Like she said to Fred, although she changed her tune considerably with Fred, it would seem. I think the problem here is that Nella's probably a little bit perturbed as she's thinking, is Nigel against me as a black woman? And that probably makes her feel rather insecure. I think that might be what's going on here. Obviously, I can't speak for her, and I am not black, so I could be completely wrong on that. But I do feel a little bit for Nigel, because I think Nigel's thinking, well, what is right and what is wrong here? And I think, yes, that's true, that's a valid point. It's easy not to know when you've overstepped the mark, but I do think in your heart you probably do know when you've overstepped the mark when it comes to these cultural appropriation matters, but that's merely my opinion. I really hope they don't talk about it again. Please.